Hey friends, it's Rachel with the Ponds Farmhouse, and I'm here starting a new project for the holidays. First of all, back in the summer, I found these wooden spools, a whole bunch of them at a yard sale. And I thought to myself right then that there's got to be a way to make these fun for the holidays. And so that's what I'm going to be doing today. We're actually going to be making tassels with these. And so I'm going to share with you a little bit about how I'm going to do it. The first thing that we want to do, I've got some of these little wooden balls and some other little wooden trim pieces here. And I'm going to go outside and we're going to go ahead and spray paint these with some metallic gold paint just to give it a little sparkle for the holidays. Okay, and now while those wooden pieces are drying, we're going to go ahead and get started and all the other preparation that we need to make our tassels out of these vintage wooden spools. So the very first thing that we're going to do is I have purchased this, it's a gauze, 100% cotton gauze fabric, and I just think it's going to be perfect for the tassels that I have in mind. And what we want to do is we want to go ahead and cut these pieces. If you've seen any of my other tutorials, you'll know that I love to just tear the pieces, but this gauze does not tear easily. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just cut it all the way. But in the process, you do not have to be extremely neat with this because it doesn't matter if it looks a little ragged because we want the tassels to look organic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, make sure the ends are kind of even. They don't have to be exact. And we're going to go ahead and begin by cutting this first piece off, in two. And then I'm going to fold it one more time and we're going to cut it one more time. Now this, once we fold it over, will be the length of our actual tassel. So let me just show you how we're going to put this together. We're going to separate these pieces first because we do not want them to be stuck together because that wouldn't be a very pretty tassel. So you're going to have 4 pieces from every strip that you cut. And I'm cutting this the width of the fabric. So this is about a 45-inch wide fabric, and so these are cut just the actual length of the fabric. And then I've already got a few more cut over here, so I'm just going to go ahead and put these with it. These have already been kind of separated just like those, and we're just going to stack them all here together. So what I have is 4 times the width of the width of the fabric, I should say. So you've got 16 pieces here in each bundle. Then I'm going to take some of the jute twine, and I'm going to do a pretty healthy little length here of it. We need quite a bit to make this work, and so we're just going to get it. We're going to slide it right under the center of these pieces, kind of halfway around, and then we're just going to tie it in a knot. Okay, so now we've got our tassel formed. So as you can see here, and you may still need to do a little separating. You want it to look really full and nice, okay? So there's our tassel, and we're wanting to put it on this spool. So what we need to do first of all is we need to be able to thread this jute twine through the spool, and it's hard to do it when there's 2 pieces like this. And first of all, we'll cut it evenly, get rid of that excess, and then I'm just going to use a little bit of painter's tape. You can use just regular old Scotch tape, anything that will hold this together. Just you don't need much, just enough to hold them together and help you to thread it through. So we just want to wrap the ends of this around, and then we just want to do it really, really tight because we need to be able to slip this through the whole of the spool, plus the holes that we have that are in the wooden pieces that we've done, that we just spray painted. Okay, so then we're just going to slide this in, and as you can see, just kind of work it in there. And there it comes out the other side. Okay, and then we're going to slide it down next to the fabric here, the tassel, And then we've had enough time now that the wooden balls have dried. See, they're a really pretty little gold color. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and slide one onto the top of our wooden spool. And then I've got another little decorative piece, and I've got several of these different shapes and sizes, so they don't all have to be an exact match. Okay, we've got that on there, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut off the tape now. We don't need that any longer. And we're going to go ahead and tie this into a knot so that now we have a complete tassel. And I'm picking up little strings here off of the table. Let's get that dusted off. All right, once we have this done, then we want to come up to the top and take it all together and tie another little knot. This is how we'll hang our tassel. Now these could be used individually, like hanging off of a doorknob, or they would be pretty hanging off of the tree maybe. Just lots of different ways you could use them. That I think what I'm going to do, we'll see how it turns out, but I think I'm going to actually make kind of like a garland with them. So we're going to cut a little bit of these ends off, and now we have our cute little tassel. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to go ahead and finish these up. I have them in different colors of yarn, and I decided to leave the yarn on because I just thought it would be interesting to see the different colors on the spools. You could remove the yarn if you prefer.